Woodrow Wilson is a president that often gets swept under the rug, a president that fills the space as the overseer of World War I, but is only really remembered as the peacemaker at the end of the war. However, his policies and impact on America can be seen for decades to follow. Today, we are here to show you how this historic figure and his policies have had a profound impact on the political and economic climate of America, and through his ideals embodies the spirit of American progressivism. Wilson started his political career as a highly educated, soft-spoken Democrat, and for a brief time, the governor of New Jersey. Graduating from Princeton and after a career as a professor at the school, he carried his analytical and calculating nature into his politics and policies. Wilson's ideals were heavily shaped by his time in Princeton, developing and maintaining a highly idealistic worldview, but with tenacity and connections to see his visions accomplished. This get-stuff-done work ethic is what made him such an influential progressive, breaking large trusts, changing tariffs, and finally putting a muzzle on the predatory actions of the U.S. His idea of America is that of the shining beacon of democracy, a land that all could look upon as the moral example for the rest of the world to follow. His policy of the new freedom was successful in bolstering his reputation and role in office. This role was put to the test when he was hit with the issue of what to do with the Great War raging in Europe. Wilson, ever the peacemaker, would not send any young men to die in war. Only after the Central Powers provoked the U.S. into action through unrestricted submarine warfare would the U.S. feel morally obligated to join the war. Wilson would not involve himself in a conflict of petty squabbling, but a war against peace, this he would not stand for. This cool-headed but strong response defined Wilson's presidency. This reaction especially extended to Wilson's peacemaking strategies in post-war Europe, what he is so well remembered for. Wilson and his 14 points burst onto the world stage as a force to be reckoned with. Sticking true to his own philosophies, he wanted America to be seen as the moral example that other countries should try to emulate. He saw that punishing Germany would stir up nothing but vengeance from the German people, and instead wished to draw up relationships in Europe that would allow for peace and prosperity. His global mindset allowed him to think about how different actions would affect nations, while his calculating nature allowed the U.S. to achieve many of the 14 points that he laid out. Even the League of Nations, which was missing the keystone of U.S. participation, was able to function for a decade and a half, a testament to the expert architecture of his foreign policy. Wilson embodies the hope of a growing nation, the spirit of going forward into better times, the wish to be the shining beacon of democracy that the U.S. still wants to be today, the spirit of progress, the spirit of America.